Hello, boys and girls. The Utopian here. How about a story today? You like to have a little laugh? Well, this one happened quite a few years ago. I was still in high school, or just barely out of high school, maybe. 17, 18. Now, I live in Washington State. And in Washington State, there's a river up in the Blue Mountains outside of Walla Walla, Washington, called the Tucannon River. Nice little river. And used to go up camping there every once in a while, friends and I. Well, this one February, yes, I said February, it got a little warm. Now, towards the end of February, we usually have what they call a false spring. And it gets up, in the 60s, maybe sometimes even 70, or a little higher for a week or two. And melt everything off, and then the cold sets back in, and you really have to worry about frost until about the middle of April. So it's still cold weather, but towards the end of February it usually warms up a bit. And I was bored. My friends were bored. So I thought, well, it's nice, the sun's out, the snow melted, most of it. The ice is gone, most of it. Let's go camping. So I asked my friends, I said, hey, how about it? Let's go up to the Tucannon and go camping. And those guys thought it was a good idea. They weren't any smarter than I was. Anyway, excuse me, let me light my pipe here. Anyway, I know there's people that go camping in the winter and they're prepared for it and they've got special clothing and all that. And, if they go camping in the winter, they're ready. Not us. We're just camping. It was camping. What was that? Something's in front of me. Huh. Anyway, camping was camping. Just pull on your heavy coat, take another pair of underwear, an extra pair of socks, and take off. Didn't even have a real tent. But what I did have was two big, heavy canvas tarps. Grain tarps. We'd put them over the grain truck when we were in harvest, so the grain wouldn't blow off while we were driving in 2 miles an hour. But anyway, I got a hair hanging down here somewhere. Hang on a minute. I know you can't see it, but I can see it. That's better. Anyway, we packed these tarps for a tent. Threw some old clothes in the back car, and my friends and I took off. Went upon the Tucannon. Snow had just melted. Ice had just melted. Like I said, most of it. But the sun was shining, so it was fine to go camping. Didn't even think about it being winter. Well, we get set up. We lay out one of these big tarps for the floor and take the other one and string it between two trees and drape it over Made a great tent. Shed rain and everything, except for a couple of holes in it, but we fixed those. Anyway, we put up this tent, and we were going to stay there the weekend. Well, about the second day, one of my friends and I, Earl, we started daring each other to go swimming in the Toucannon. Now, you got to remember, this comes out of the Blue Mountains of Walla Walla. Ice has just melted, snow has just melted off, the river is running pretty good, and so it might be 60 degrees outside, but if you go in the water, you're going into about 2 degrees. And we were there daring each other, and we both got in the water. Just up to our ankles, and gonna see who goes first. Yeah, you don't have enough guts to go. No, you don't have enough guts to go. Yeah, I do. No, you don't. So after about 10 minutes of that, blew my own match out. We'd asked the third guy, by the way, you gonna go in? He said, are you crazy? He was younger than us, but he was the only one that had any sense. So we said, all right, you stay and get the fire all piled up. Get it good and hot, because we're going to be cold when we come back. We went about quarter mile, half mile down the river. Found a good wide spot. Like I said, we were out there up to our ankles. Found a big hole there that we could kind of dive under. And I'm goading Earl on. Come on, go under there. Yeah. He's goading me on. You go under there. Yeah. Oh, no, you don't have the guts to go under. Oh, you don't have the guts to go under. So finally, I got the guts. And I went down into that water. I went down like a submarine. Dive, 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 dive. And as soon as I got under that water, I came up like a Titan V6 rocket. Boom! Yeah, I think I was hovering over the surface of the water, just all but frozen. And the little guys that work inside my brain, they were pounding on the sides of my head trying to get out, saying, "Holy blue balls, Batman, why did you do that?" And I was saying, "I don't know." And my friend, he decided he wasn't going under, so he headed for the tent. And I went after him, hoping they had that fire stoked up. Oh, boy, that was cold. Like I say, we just went in our jeans and shirts. We didn't, have any special equipment or anything. And I made it back to the tent. I got in that tent and I stripped those wet clothes off, and I made sure before I left I had a set of clothes, dry clothes laid out there, ready to go. Long underwear, heavy shirt, and pair of jeans, wool socks, the whole bit. Had them all laid out there. I stripped my clothes off, and then I had a big jar of Icy Hot. You heard of that stuff? Yeah, it's kind of like Vicks on steroids. Oh, it'll make your eyes burn. Open up your sinuses. Well, I put that stuff all over. I put it on my forehead. I put it on my nose, on my chest. I reached around to my back. I slathered it on my arms, down my butt, down my legs, around the front. You got to be careful where you put that Icy Hot sometimes. Anyway, I kept getting everything I could covered with this Icy Hot. Put it between my toes, underneath my heels. And then I got dressed. Pulled on my long johns, my socks, my clean dry shirt and dry blue jeans, and I got in bed. Of course, that Icy Hot just thrilled my campmates to no end because it stunk so bad. They said, "You sleep outside. Get out of here." "No, I ain't sleeping outside. I'm sleeping right here. It's my tent." They said, "Well, get to the other side of it then, Go over in the corner." Anyway, I did survive it. Came out even without a cold. Excuse me. I didn't even have a sniffle back then. Had so much Icy Hot on, there wasn't a germ that'd get it within 20 feet of me. Wasn't a person that'd get it 30 feet of me. Anyway, you got to remember, this is February 27th. February. What am I doing swimming in February in a mountain river? I don't know. The checks you write when you're young have to be cashed when you're old. I think some of those things are the reasons I'm so stove up now in a wheelchair. Anyway, my friend Earl, he never went under. And Tim, hey, I'll just stay and keep the fire. You guys are nuts. But I went down in that water and came back up. Woof! I think I hovered over the top of it for about 5 minutes. Ah! Eyes were rolling in my head like reels on a slot machine going backwards. Well, that was cold. But the thing is, when I came out, you know how they say that just before you freeze to death, there'll be a rush of warmth. Your body will try to warm itself. And they've found people that have frozen to death that have actually torn their clothes off because they've gotten so hot. Because the blood is rushing, trying to warm the body, trying to warm itself. And kind of think that's what happened, because when I came out, it's kind of warm. But I knew enough to get that icy hot and some clean clothes on. Why I ever did that. The little guys that work inside my brain, they were pissed. Yeah, don't you do that again. And one of them just about quit right then and there. Anyway, like I said, I lived through it. So did the other two guys. We had fun. Wouldn't do it again. I'm too old now. I went in cold water like that, I'd be a popsicle. Hey, while I'm at it, I want to show you this. See that? That's a Patrick Smith pipe. I think I got one of the last ones that he made. Patrick Smith, a few years ago, he used to be on YouTube in the YTPC. And if you had one of his pipes, you were a member of the Boyo Dude Club. Guy was from Wales. Really nice guy. But he stopped making videos. Don't know what happened to him. Anyway, Patrick, if you're still around, your pipe's still smoking good. Still loving it. Well, that's enough chit-chat for one day. Hope it made you laugh. This is the Utopian. I'll see you down the road.